Hi students, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, work and energy of your ninth class physical science. Today we are going to talk about part 1. Okay, so as per the name suggests, we are going to define what is work and what is energy and what is the difference between work and energy. We are going to discuss about how many type of works are there, how many type of energies are available, what is the difference between those energies. We are going to discuss in detail in this chapter, and we are going to come across with so many formulas, and we are going to talk about problem solvings, and we are going to understand the difference between the type of energies. So very good and very interesting discussion here in this chapter. So as per the context of the textbook, as we are going for the context of the textbook, some part of the textbook I want to read it out so that we can get some interesting or some information about this introduction of this chapter. So everyone go to page number 166 please. 166, the page 166, chapter number 10, work and energy has been given. See, in our previous chapters, you have learned about the various way of description about describing the motion of the object and causing the motion. Okay, in the second chapter, we were talking about what is motion, and in this chapter number 3, we are talking about the laws of motion. In second, and how many uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration. We were discussing about that in the second chapter. Okay, now we perform our day-to-day activities. We use various words like work, energy and power, which are closely related to each other. Okay, in our daily life we use the term work and we use the term called energy. Okay, we use the term called power. Okay, in our according to the scenario of day-to-day life, these are similar, look like similar, close to each other. Okay, however, sometimes we use these words without paying an attention. Okay, in this chapter we'll examine this concept in more carefully. Okay, even though in the real time they look like similar, work, energy and power, even though we use for the describing the context and look like they are similar, but we use or we understand the definition of each and every, according to the science, each and every term has its own definition, has its own purpose, and has its own respective meaning for that words. Okay, in this chapter we are going to understand that definition and the variation between these terms and the definition of the words in detail. Okay, for examples, see, people carry out various tasks in daily life. For example, our human beings carry out so many things in our daily life, so many activities we perform in our daily life. For example, we talk about lifting the bag, lifting of weights. Okay, and if you talk about carrying of weights, okay, sweeping or cleaning of house, okay, cooking the food, watering the plants, in the garden, etc. Okay, playing, jumping, sleeping, walking, running, bicycling, doing the homework. Okay, washing the clothes. We use different activities in our daily life. See, lifting the weights, carrying the weights, sweeping, cleaning, okay, cooking the food, watering the plants, eating, sleeping, jumping, running, playing, okay, riding the bicycle, completing the homework. These are all tasks we will do. Washing the clothes, okay, taking the bath, brushing the teeth. So many activities we do in our daily life. Okay, similarly, you might also observe that people employ machineries in the houses to carry out the different tasks. Like, suppose we not only these all are activities done by us, in the same way we employ some machines. Okay, we employ some machines to do our work easy. For example, for blowing the air, we use fan. Okay, we employ a fan for blowing the air. See, for example, if we want to blow the air with a cloth or kerchief or some paper, it takes much time. So to employ that work or to do that work, blowing the air, to do that work, we are going to take the help of a machine called fan. Okay, for example, that is what we do. And for washing the, suppose for pumping the water, we use the electric motor. So electric motor we use for pumping the water. So pumping the water is used, electric motor is used for pumping the water, heating of water by electric heater. So we employ the electric heater for heating the water. Heating the water. Okay, not only this, various purposes. We use different machines for the various purposes. Okay, are you able to follow? Now washing the clothes. See, we use washing machines, vacuum cleaners, and used for cleaning the clothes and cleaning the house respectively. So we use the washing machine for washing the clothes. We use the vacuum cleaner for cleaning the houses. Okay, so washing machine. If I take washing machine, is used for washing the clothes. Okay, washing the clothes and vacuum. Vacuum cleaner is used for cleaning the house. Used for cleaning the house. So we, for doing the various tasks, day-to-day tasks, we are going to employ some machines also. Okay, fan for blowing the air, electric motor for pumping the water. We are employing the electric heater to heating the water. We are employing the washing machine for washing the clothes. We are employing the vacuum cleaner for cleaning our house. Not only the physical work which has been done by us, physical activities which are done by us to fulfill or to achieve some physical activities, we are going to employ the machines also. Okay. Now how are these works are done? Okay. Now what do you need to do these works? Okay. How are these works are done? This drinking, washing, these all works are done. How that work is being done by these machineries, and what is needed for doing that work? What do we need? What do we need for doing that work? See, both human beings and machines need energy to do some work. Okay. So either it is for human beings or for machines. We need some energy. Okay, the main criteria, okay, to perform some activities or to fulfill, to do some task, day-to-day task, we need some energy. Either it is a machine or the human beings. We need some work. Okay, so both human beings and machines need energy to do work. Generally, this energy is derived by human beings from food they eat and the machines through the electricity supplied to them. Okay, how do the energy is being taken by us? For the human beings, the energy being obtained by see how do the human beings are going to get the energy? Okay, for example, energy for the human beings. Energy obtained by taking the food, by eating the food. Okay, and moreover, the energy for the machineries is obtained or machines. Energy is obtained by the electricity supplied to them. Okay, so we get the electricity supplied to them. So human beings are able to get the energy by taking the food, whereas the machines are able to take the food by the electricity which is supplied for them. Okay, that you keep in mind. See, and in all the examples mentioned in the above, okay, in these all examples what we have discussed till now, this till now what we have discussed till now, we notice that person or machine doing work spend some energy to do the work. Okay, either the human beings or the machines to do certain works, we are going to utilize some energy. We are going to utilize some energy. Okay, that is what. See, in all the examples mentioned above, we notice that a person or a machine doing work spends some energy to do the work. For example, to lift your school bag, you spend some energy. For example, if you want to lift your school bag, you are utilizing some energy. Okay. Similarly, an electric fan uses some electric energy to blow the air, for blowing the air. So the electric fan, if you take the fan to rotate and to blow the air, the electric fan is utilizing some electric energy. Whereas in order to lift the bag and to certain height, we are spending some energy. See, where do this energy? There are certain questions that to be answered. Where do these energies spent going ultimately? Okay, so as per the discussion, there are some certain questions that we need to answer. That is, where does the energy, and we were talking about, as we are doing some work, we are spending some energy, or if any electric appliance or any machine is doing some work, it is also spending some energy. Now, as per that discussion, what we have discussed, that there are certain questions to be answered. Okay, that is, where does the energy spent goes ultimately. Okay, the energy which is been spent to make some task or to do some task, where does it is going on? Okay, is there any transfer of the energy while work is being done? Okay, that means, is there any transfer is been taking place? Suppose I am lifting the bag by applying some energy. Is the energy which is being spent by me is going to transfer from my body to the bag? Is it happening so? This is one more question that to be answered. Now, can you do the work without transfer of energy? One more question is, can we do the work without transfer of energy? These are three certain questions where we want to answer about. So, now this is a small glance about what are the energies spent by the human activities or human being, and the energy spent by the machineries to do certain works. We employ certain machines. That is what we were talking about. Now, whenever we talk about the work, the definition of the work we are discussing, we want to talk about. Now, what exactly the meaning of work is? What exactly the meaning of work? Okay, to know about, there is a difference. There is a difference between the definition of the work which is being considered in our real time, and there is a different and the definition as per the science. Okay, that is what we are going to discuss today. See, for example, if I write some homework, or if I complete some homework, I'll say that, or you will say that, just I did a lot of work. Okay, or if I am just making, if I am drawing, or if I am reading, or if I am just finishing off my completion of the notes or completing of any activity, we say that, oh, I did so much work, I did so much work. Okay, so but according to the context of the definition of the definition of the work as per the science, it is different. Okay, so that is what we are going to talk about. The definition of the work according to the general real-time experience, and the definition of the work according to the in the view of science is what is a comparison or difference between that we are going to discuss today. Discuss in this discussion. Okay. So, all of you concentrate on page number 167 according to the textbook of 9th class physical science. Okay, work. See, in our daily life, we use the term work in various situations. We use the work in various, in day-to-day activities, in various situations, we use the term work. Okay, for example, the word work takes on different meaning depending on the situation. Okay, the word work will take the different meaning depending on the situation. Okay, there are certain situations been given here in the textbook. Based on that, how the meaning of work is going to change. Let us discuss. Okay, for example, the situation like I am working in a factory. Okay, there is one example. If you take I am working in a factory. Okay, I am working in a factory. Next, if we talk about second example, the Ramayana is a great work. The great work of Valmiki. Ramayana is a great work of Valmiki. For example, the machine is in working condition. The machine is in working condition. The fourth one, there are large number of worked out problems. So according to this context, see, if you talk about I am working in a factory, Ramayana is a great work of Valmiki. The machine is working in working condition. There is a large number of worked out problems. Every situation, okay, every situation there is a different meaning. The same word gives a different meaning. Okay, so let us work out a plan for the next year. Okay, there is one more example. Let us work out a plan for next year. So, etc. are the different meaning. There is a difference between the way we use the term work in day-to-day life and the way we use in science. Okay. So, the fifth one also, if you talk about, let us plan or let us work out a plan for next year. So these are the various situations. In every situation, the term work gives a different meaning. The term works gives a different meaning. Okay. Now, according to the general real-time day-to-day activities, the definition of the term is different, and according to the science, the definition of the work is different. So let us examine the following situations. Let us examine the situation and discuss as per the context of real time and as per the context of the science whether the work is being done or not. Okay. Now concentrate here. See the first example. Concentrate the situation. First example. Priyanka is preparing for exams. Okay. So what Priyanka is doing? She is preparing for exams. So Priyanka is preparing for the exam. Situation 1, if we talk about. So Priyanka is preparing for exam. Okay, she spent a lot of time in studies. She is reading the books. What are the work she is doing while preparing for the exam, Priyanka? So she reads books. Okay, she draws diagrams, she organizes her thoughts and collects the question paper, attends special classes. Discuss problems with her friends. She discusses the problems with her friends. She's doing lot of work. She's reading the book. She's drawing the diagrams. Okay, she's organizing her thoughts. She's collecting the question papers. She's attending the special classes. She's discussing the problems with her friends. She's doing a lot of work. Okay, to do that. See, in our common view, she's working hard. Okay, in the common view, the common perspective, that Priyanka is doing a lot of work. Priyanka doing is a lot of work. Okay, but if you go by the scientific definition of the work, the above mentioned activities are not considered as work. In gender view, we say that Priyanka is doing a lot of work. She is reading, she is drawing, she is organizing the thoughts, she is collecting the question papers, she is attending the special classes, she is discussing the problems with her friends to gain the knowledge and all. That means according to the common perspective or according to the common view, the Priyanka is doing so much of work, so much hard work. But according to the definition of the science and according to the context of science, she is not doing any work. Okay, that is one situation. Now situation 2. To talk about the situation 2. Okay, Rangaya is working hard to push a huge rock. Rangaya is working hard to push a huge. Okay, there is a huge rock and Rangaya is trying to push that huge rock. See, let us say the rock does not move despite all effort by him. Okay, how much effort he is keeping? That despite of or irrespective of the effort he is keeping, the rock is not moving at all. Okay, so he gets. He gets completely exhausted and tired. According to the common view, he worked hard, but as per the science, he has not done any work on the rock. Okay, see, as he is applying lot of energy and lot of effort to push that huge rock, but as the rock doesn't move, according to the common view, common perspective, we say that Rangaya did so much of work. But according to the prospect of science, Rangaya did not complete any work. He didn't do any work. Okay, this is the situation 2. And one more situation 3, if you talk about situation 3. If you go with the situation 3, see, let us assume that you are climbing up staircase and reach to the second floor. For example, assume that we are walking on the staircase. We are walking on a staircase and we reach to the second floor. Okay, we were walking on the staircase and we reached to the second floor, for example. Okay, now you spend some energy to do this. In our common understanding, you are not doing any work. In common perspective, we are going to the second floor. Okay, in our common perspective, we are not doing the work. The common view. In common view, not doing the work. But according to the science, we did some work. See, according to the common view, we didn't do any work. But according to the definition of the science, or as per the perspective of the science, we did some work to reach from ground floor to the second floor. Okay, so there are some. See, in our common understanding, you are not doing any work, but as per the science, you have done a lot of work to reach the second floor of the building. That is what we discussed. According to the common perspective, we are not doing any work, but according to the definition of scientific definition of work, we did a lot of work to reach from the ground floor to the second floor. Okay, in our daily life, we consider many useful physical and mental labor as work. Okay, for example, we consider cooking food as work. Okay, not only the physical labor. Okay, if you mentally thinking also, we feel that as per the common view or as per the daily day-to-day activities view, we feel that we are doing a lot of work. But in the context of science, we are not doing any work. For example, we consider cooking of food is also as some work, washing of clothes as work, sweeping as some work, doing the homework as work, reading and writing etc. as work. But according to the scientific definition of the work, all of these activities are not considered as work, only a few of them are considered as work. Okay, according to the scientific definition, see, if you talk in a general perspective, cooking, washing, reading, completion of homework, writing, these all we take under the work. But as per the perspective of, or in the context of a scientific definition of the work, if we discuss, these all cases, these all activities which are done by us are not considered as work. Okay. So, as there is a confusion among, okay, what then based on what prospect or based on what condition or based on what criteria we can determine whether the work is done or whether the work is not done according to the context of science. If you want to know about, now we need some question. Okay, what is work then? Okay, what is work? Why is there difference between the general view of the work and scientific view of the work? Now, see, sometimes we are doing this much work. In the common view, we are saying that the work is done, but as per the science, no work has done. Ranga is applying so much amount of energy. As per the common view, he is doing some work, but according to the scientific view, he is not done any work. Here, we didn't do any work, just we reached to the second floor. According to the common view, we didn't do any work, but as per the scientific view, we did some work. So, as there is a confusion among the definition of the work in the common perspective and in the scientific prospect, now exactly what is the definition or what is the proper meaning of work we need to understand. What exactly the sense of work, or based on what criteria we are going to determine or we are going to define the work in the common prospect and as per the scientific prospect, or that is what we have to discuss. Okay, that we will discuss in the next session. That is scientific meaning of work is the topic where we want to discuss in our next session in part 2. I hope you understood this session. Of course, this look like something confusion, but when we discuss about what exactly the definition of, or based on what conditions, or what are the conditions that we have to consider in order to say some work has done, or in order to say the work has not done in the view of science, that we discuss in the part 2. Okay, I hope you understood this session. All of you keep smiling, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and like and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.